on one of the best beauty tools that is out there, because you may not know this. You may be new to QVC, but we have our own Customer Choice Beauty Awards. The Customer Choice Beauty Award for Best Beauty Device has gone to Clarisonic 8 years running, beginning in 2009. And this, to me, is one of the best ways to try out the technology and to see what it's about with our Mia 2. But you're not only getting the Clarisonic device itself, which usually retails for $169 alone. We're giving you 2 brush heads to go along with it. We're giving you the Radiance brush head. We're giving you the Deep Pore brush head, which has become, I think, the most popular brush head of all of the ones you can choose from on QVC.com. But you're also getting a full size of the Camellia cleansing oil from Tatcha, which is one of the most premier beauty brands out there, and it changes. It really can change the life of your skin along with the device itself. I'm going to go through all of your colors because this is the only place that you can get these amazing prints in 2 of the colors, but this will also be the only time this year to see a print from Clarisonic on QVC. So I want to show you the prints first because many times they are the ones that can disappear quicker than anything else. We have the blue floral. We have the pink floral. So again, new, exclusive, no one else has them. We have the beautiful light blue. This one also exclusive to us. Hot pink, also exclusive to QVC. Then we come over to more of this spa pink color, which is soft and beautiful. We have our classic Clarisonic white, and then right down here, we have our lavender. So you choose the one you want to come home, but I want to remind you of the value before I introduce you to Dr. Rob, because this is really where it's at. Alone, the Clarisonic Mia 2 is usually $169. We've already beat that by over 50 bucks to get it down to $109.90, but then we're including the Deep Pore brush head, which is usually $27 on its own. The full-size Tatcha cleansing oil, which is magnificent on the skin, $48 just for that. So if sold separately, it would be closer to $244. And our value, only until the end of the day, is $109.90. And then one other thing are the 5 easy payments of $21.98 a month. So you can be paying it off for a half a year while you're noticing the benefits the first time you use it and every time you use it on your skin. So I want to introduce you to the gentleman who really brought this idea to QVC. He is an innovator of sonic technology. His name is Dr. Rob Ackridge. My dear, it has been far too long since I've been with you on here.
It's
so nice to see you.
Great to see you too.
I don't know if you remember the very first time that I met you and I talked to you about how Clarisonic made me feel for my skin. It brought me back, the first time I used it, to a time before I was wearing makeup.
I do remember that because I use that line all the time when I tell people. They say, well, what's it like? And I say, well, I know someone.
Yeah, me.
Yes. That says that when they use Clarisonic, it has basically taken them back in time to the time before they use their makeup. Because you think your skin is clean, you're using these are great tools, but they're not effective, they're not consistent. And what we did is a bunch of engineers and geeks and scientists, we went out and we tried to figure out how are we going to clean out a pore, and we discovered a special frequency that we patented, and then we also patented frequencies above and below that to give you this protected area for Clarisonic to work in. No one can create a Clarisonic, only we can by law. There are people that make these knockoffs that are higher, more aggressive, or they make things that just vibrate and they really aren't doing anything except sort of moving the makeup around on your face. So by using Clarisonic, when you turn one on, and I'm turning this one on, it actually is going over 300 times a second. And what happens is that it's going so fast it looks like a blur, but when you look at this in slow motion, we have a little video clip, you can actually see the action of the Clarisonic. Now this isn't spinning around. You notice how it just wiggles back and forth? That movement is going over 300 times a second, but in slow motion here, and that's great for surface cleansing. But then you add in water and you add in cleanser, and what happens is the brush then changes the way it performs and produces what we call fluid forces. And that force, that water, is pushing the water into the pores, into the fine lines to flush them out, to get you super clean. In fact, 6 times better clean skin than you can by hand. But this is something we discovered recently. See how those little beads going up? Yeah. We were trying to see what happens when you have the Clarisonic on the skin. Yes, it's pushing the water down, but at the same time, because of the way the water is moving, it causes it to pull the dirt up, and it's gently vacuuming the skin to allow you to get clean skin and not recirculate the dirt on that same spot. So it's moving it up and away from your skin.
And think about this. What types of products are you using on your face? You're using maybe makeup, maybe heavy duty makeup, you should be using sunscreen, should be using the sunscreen, but I think as all of us knows, it doesn't matter whether it's a chemical or a physical SPF, they can be really hard to release from the skin, and you don't want a buildup of sunscreen to end up on your face over the course of time. These are the types of things that make your skin become dull, you feel lifeless, you maybe even feel like you've got more wrinkles just because more things are sticking to your skin. It's that whole appearance. We need to clean it from the inside out.
And I have a friend that has twins. I've said this earlier today, is that she does the sniff test during the summer months. She sniffs them and says, you still have sunscreen on. You need to go use your Clarisonic.
Really?
And she sends them back because she knows that sunscreens are needed. The sun is our enemy, as you just said. But you want to get that off.
You want to clean it. Let your skin breathe again. So that is the technology, and that's what I think is so amazing, is that you have patented all the frequencies around Clarisonic to make it very, very special in the industry, because some other people claim they have sonic technology and it can be very, very harsh for the skin because it's too much, or a technology that's really, like you said, not doing anything except kind of buzzing in your hand.
Do you know what sonic means? It means it makes a noise. So if I go onk and I have a brush that goes onk, I could call myself sonic, but it doesn't mean it's the right frequency to clean your skin.
So as a reminder of colors, we have our blue floral, pink floral, we have our light blue, hot pink, spa pink, which is a very soft, pretty color. We have the white, we have the lavender. It's coming with the full-size Tatcha cleanser. It's also not only coming with the Radiance brush head, it is also coming with the deep pore brush head. I will talk about auto delivery in a bit and what that means for you, but we're gonna say hi to Lisa right after we take a look at this, because, we're not, we're gonna look at it. Okay, $169 just for the Clarisonic Mia 2, which when you see what this device can do, I think that that price in and of itself is a steal, but then when you see that we have it for $109.90 for one day with all of the extra things in there, when that price would ordinarily be closer to $244, it's a special, special time for either you, maybe upgrade the one that you have, gift that to someone else, give them a new brush head to go along with it, gift it to your daughter perhaps. This is really the great value, and those 5 easy payments, and that's going away at the end of the day. But we are gonna, I think, stop by and say hello to Lisa Tancredi.
Why don't you go on over there and check it out?
I'm gonna go, and I'll see you in a minute.
Sounds
Hello,
how are you?
I'm great, how are you?
Good, good.
Now, how long have you been with the Clarisonic brand?
So I'm going on 5 years. Best 5 years ever. I've had so much fun. I came here because it made a difference in my skin.
Because you're passionate about it.
Yes, I am. It really was life-changing for me. First time I used a Clarisonic, I felt a difference. After about a week, the first thing I noticed was a reduction in my pores. My pores looked tighter, they looked smaller.
And that's because you probably didn't have all of this stuff lurking underneath, making them visible.
Yes, yes. And I was working for, at the time, the #1 skincare company, using everything that we sold and that we should use. So I just sort of chalked it up that that's how my skin was going to look. That was the best it could be. Looking back, I never really had clean skin.
Right. Who did?
Right. Who
Nobody did.
I know.
So now you actually can have that really clean skin. So are you going to give us kind of a tutorial if someone's doing it for the first time?
And so many of you have said, well, how do I use the Tatcha cleansing oil with the Clarisonic brush? And I get it. There's a little bit of a learning curve because you can use any cleanser with the Clarisonic. You just wet the face, put it on the brush, clean your skin.
But the cleansing oil is different from the traditional cleanser.
Different. So on dry skin, I'm going to take the Tatcha. What I would do is if I was doing my face, I would put 1 to 2 pumps on my hand. I just put 1 on here.
So instead of applying it to the Clarisonic brush head, you're applying it to your face.
Well, you would apply it to your hands, and you would do this, and then massage it all over your face. And then take your Clarisonic, get it wet, and clean your face.
Right.
So I just put a little bit on dry skin on my hand.
You have a lot of makeup on your hand.
I do. I have 3 super long wearing full coverage makeup products on my hand and a little Tatcha cleanser. Watch what happens when I turn my Clarisonic on, and first thing you notice is it becomes milky. And that's the oil. This is super gentle, great for sensitive skins. But what's happening is the Clarisonic is cleaning my skin from the inside of my pores, inside of my fine lines, out. It's cleaning my skin in a way that my hands can't. Watch what happens when I turn this on. It pushes the water in the cleanser away from the brush tips, and that little action that's happening, that's a little wiggle. It's going like back and forth 300 times per second. Your hands can't do that. So that's flushing out everything that's in your pores, anything that's in between your fine lines and wrinkles. The reason why that's important is, now watch, I'm just gonna wipe this away. The reason why that's important is because when you use a Clarisonic and you clean all those areas out, look, if you can come up really super clean, I'm just gonna pat this. Your skincare is clinically proven to work more effectively. Fine lines become less noticeable.
Yep.
Your pores
It can
become less
penetrate
noticeable.
now. It doesn't have to fight through all the dirty stuff.
Right. And you start to get younger, smoother, softer looking skin without makeup. Which, you know, we always put all, and I love makeup, but you want to look great without your makeup too.
Yeah,
That's
you
what
do
it's
want
all
to have that
about.
makeup optional choice, and it's just
Right.
better to give your face a chance to breathe
Yeah.
after wearing all of that makeup. And as a reminder for you, your item number is a 293474. I've used this Tatcha cleansing oil. If you're concerned about cleansing oil, this is an oil that rinses clean.
Yes.
It doesn't leave a residue
None.
or an oily afterfeel on your face. And that's one of my favorite ways to cleanse my face because it takes off makeup so effectively. Lisa, we will see you in a little bit, my dear. But you know what I think is so awesome about this? And by the way, if you want to share your story with us, please do. Call us on the testimonial line. We love to hear your passionate stories about how Clarisonic changed your life since the first moment that you've been using it. It not only cleans out your skin pores in such an effective way, but to me it's almost like yoga. Like it relaxes my face and it leaves me feeling sort of vibrant and alive after I use it.
I remember once I was talking to a woman who ran a big church, and she said, this is my me moment. 1 minute with Clarisonic. I love the fact that my skin looks amazing and it's healthy and all the things you say, Dr. Rob, but it gives me that moment just to relax in the shower because I'm so busy. And who doesn't want that? Our lives are crazy right now. We're doing so many things all the time. Why not just take 1 minute twice a day for yourself?
Right, which is really, really important, whether you wear a lot of makeup or not, because even if not, whatever creams, whatever serums, whatever SPF skincare you might be using on your face, they're there for a reason. They're doing their job, but at the end of the day, or at the beginning of the day, they have to come off to let your skin breathe to start over again. And that's one of the reasons this can change the life of your skin if you've never tried Clarisonic before. We're gonna go off to the phones. We have got Janice, who's calling from Georgia. Janice, welcome into QVC. You are live on the air with Dr. Rob, and I'm Sharon.
Janice.
Hi.
Hi,
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
And do you have a Clarisonic?
I bought my first Mia quite a few years ago.
Okay.
And I use it for multi-purpose. I work outside a lot, gardening, and my face just gets filled with dirt and grime. And then when I put my makeup on, it's great for taking that off. My plan is I already bought the new one. I got the pink pattern, and I'm going to get a new brush and give my husband the older one.
Oh,
You know
that's
what? So many people re-gift.
Yeah.
They get a fun print, and then they give their older one. Works fine. You just put a new brush head on it, and you can give it to somebody else.
It's great. I just can't say enough about it. My skin has never felt so healthy, and it has like a sheen to it.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's great.
It has a sheen to it because you're actually seeing your skin glow for the first time because it's not bogged down with your products.
I'm 69, and I'll tell you, I swear by it. I think all age people could use it. I'm just going to hope my husband will use it on himself.
Oh, yeah.
I love that you're sharing it with the men in your life.
Well, the one thing, Janice, that's interesting about guys, they're very simple. They want things super simple. And just remind him that he can take this into the shower with him.
That's right.
You know, you charge it up, and then you can take it in there, and it's good for about 2 weeks. And all he has to do is put cleanser on it and turn it on. Now, we have this tea timer that guides you to the different zones of your face.
Right.
But I'm sort of like that typical guy. I just freestyle. I just go all over as long. I don't have to worry about makeup typically. So, you know, I just go for it. And your husband can do that, and you will see a difference in his skin. I guarantee it.
Yes, and I'm sure he won't mind the light pink.
Well, probably not. I'm sure he's progressive.
You know what? It works the same.
It does.
It's all good in the way it works, Janice.
Great.
Yes. I just had I had the first one that came out, so I'm anxious to try that Mia 2.
Well,
Right.
Can't wait
Janice,
till it comes.
we're so
right.
glad we had this fabulous little print for you to try, and I hope that your husband enjoys using it as well. Thank you so much for the
I'm
call.
sure he will.
Thank you very much, Janice.
Take care, Janice.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. You know what? May I ask you a question?
Sure.
Can we just do a hint of a 101? Because there's a lot of people who are watching that are totally familiar with this little tea thing that you talked about and everything else. If someone has never done this before, they can take it into the shower because it's a whole sealed unit, correct?
Right, so we can talk about some of the features. So Mia 2 has two different speed options. One is, the top one is the universal speed that's for everybody. But you know, if you want to be a sensitive person, you just push this top button, and maybe when you're not wearing makeup, you could use that every day. And then if you have heavy makeup, you can use the other one. So that gives you 2 speeds. But as soon as you turn it on, It goes for 1 minute, and they'll show you later on the model. It goes across the face, T-zones, and different times. But the other great thing about it, it's waterproof, as I just mentioned. To maintain the brush head, all you have to do is put a little